Hello, everybody. This is Josh, the alien you call God on Twitch, and the Arbiter of Cool on YouTube and Instagram. Back today to discuss the top 10 post punk EPs of 2025. There wasn't a ton to go through, so it was, you know, a good portion of the ones that I actually listened to or end up on the list, even though there's only 10. I think there was only probably less than 30 that I listened to. So, but in the album category, there's so many, so it's going to take me a little bit to get through that. But I've already started working on it. And I'm hoping to get to it later today. If not, I'll get to it tomorrow after I'm finished work. But yeah, did the top 15 ska EPs earlier, and then I did top 25 ska albums and top 10 folk punk albums already the last couple days, and now I'm on to post punk, and I'll do EPs and that, and then I'll probably do emo after that. But yeah, just to get into it, we're gonna start with, of course, a London band. I think a lot of the bands are going to probably be from London and or the UK in general. But this is a band called Moine, or I don't know how you'd say it. Moine? 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 It sounds French to me, so I want to say Moine. But it's Moin, and they have an EP called Belly Up. They are, of course, from London. It is 6 tracks, and it's like a little bit jazzy. It's hard. Honestly, this one, like, it's hard for me to describe. It's I didn't listen to it a ton. I just kind of ended up. It kind of was like one of the leftover ones. I needed to fill one more slot, and it was the best one that was left over. So the other ones I was pretty solid on. This one I kind of just went through the rest of them and kind of threw it in there. So. I'm going to play you a song called, the opening track called C, featuring Sophia Almeria and Ben Vince, and then I'll come back and talk from there.
To name something is to know something, and to know something is to know I know nothing, and that's what I really want. See? To obliterate the edge of my understanding, the way that things ought to be. See? See? Name something is to know something, and to know something is to know I know nothing, and that's what I really want. See, to obliterate the edge of my understanding of the way that things ought to be. See, to name something is to know something, and to know something is to know I know nothing, and that's what I really want. See, to obliterate the edge of my understanding of the way that things ought to be. Name something is to know something, and to know something is to know I know nothing, and that's what I really want. See, to obliterate the edge of my understanding of the way that things ought to be. See. See. See.
Yeah, that's a pretty cool track, man. Like, so they have a lot of features, or the first couple tracks have features. Both of the first two tracks feature Ben Vince, and that one, I believe that was Sofia El Maria on the spoken word. They don't all have spoken word like that. The other songs are relatively different from that. But that was by far my favorite track on the EP, and I kind of featured it because of that specific track. I really like that. I love that. I love the spoken word aspect on that a lot of post punk bands use there. So yeah, like I said, like I don't have a ton to say because I didn't listen to this one as much as a lot of the other ones. But yeah, number 10 on our list of top 10 post punk EPs of 2025 is When Belly Up. Wan's Belly Up from London, UK. Next up, we got a band that put out what I think is probably one of, if not the, yeah, definitely, maybe not the best, but one of the best for sure um, albums of the year. And that is, of course, The New Eves. Um, if you did not listen to The New Eve is Rising, please go listen to that because that album is absolutely fucking mind blowing. It is literally mind blowing. Um, like witchy, like it's like witchy and jazzy in like a kind of like anarchic sense. It's like witchy pagan folk post punk. I think that's the best way to describe it. And like the lyrics are just like really really fucking good. And these chicks are like absolutely out there killing it. But they also released a two-song EP um, with red called Red Brick Whale Station. It's like kind of like a 7-inch, and I don't know if these are like B sides. Um, kind of just reading a little bit on Bandcamp here. Yeah, so it looks like they just recorded at least Red Brick shortly, like while they were recording um, the album. They had like a little bit of time left over, and they recorded Red Brick, and it looks like they kind of just improvised most of Whale Station, um, and at it in just like a jam session, and kind of made it into a song. I'm gonna play you Whale Station off of this, but this is just like a subtle taste of like what you will get on the full album. I actually didn't even include the full album in the post punk section because I put it in the folk punk section because I felt like it had this like it had like a very a very like witch folky vibe to it. So I felt like I could have featured it a little better in that section. So I talked about it yesterday when on the stream yesterday. And like how it's like definitely an album of the year contender. And but yeah, so I wanted to feature this album is much more post punk oriented as opposed. It's got I'd say like on most of the full album songs, the folky aspect kind of outweighs the post punk aspect, even though it is like generally speaking a post punk album. But these ones I feel like are like the post punk outweighed the folk punk aspect, so I figured I'd throw it in here because I needed I need some albums to include anyways, right? So, but yeah, Red Brick Whale Station from the New Eves. They're from Brighton Hove, UK, and this is Whale Station.
This planet is blue. This planet is blue. Someone else lives here too. Someone's coming out the water. horses that went back and grew fins like it was nothing. And now they are swimming, and all of the sky fit into the sea. And now they are flying like it's nothing. And now they are singing. Don't look for meaning, listen. Heartbeat of a blue whale is 2 beats per minute when feeding. Whale milk, whale milk, whale milk. This is a mother free from guilt. This is a child who knew how to swim even before being born. Boats, cargo, war, vessels mapping, supersonic boom crashing through their skulls with decibels no one in the West can imagine. Drowning out the humpback song and reason. Mapping, mapping, mapping the ocean floor, the territory. The colonial powers are alive and kicking beneath the waves. Alive and kicking on further shores. Water birds, water wings, water dragons. Pregnant planet, ocean belly. Whales got bigger brains and hearts than me. Whales got bigger brains and hearts than man. Words, 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 words. Whales got words for love that the English language cannot control. Today has a hole in it. Today has veins through it. Today has a hole in it. Today has veins through it. Loving, swimming, clicking, sleeping, and then it stops. This planet is blue. This planet is blue. Someone else lives here too. Pregnant planet. Ocean. Belly. Clicking. Feeling. Listen.
Yeah, I love that song. It's so cool that they just like made that up in a jam. Like I love how they use the violin is very forward in the album songs. It's like much more subdued on this EP, which is kind of I think why the post punk kind of like takes the forefront on this EP, as opposed to it being more balanced on or even more folky on the album. But how the ladies use the violin to like mimic the whale song there. That's just so cool, man. I just love that. Yeah. So number 9 on our list of top 10 post-punk EPs of 2025, the New Eve's Red Brick Whale Station. Really, really cool stuff. And if you haven't already, you should definitely go check out the full album. The New Eve is Rising, because that is one of the coolest albums I've heard in a really long time. And this is a year when there was a shitload of really good post punk albums. Like there was a ton of really solid post punk albums this year. So yeah, number 9 on our list. Moving on to number 8, we're sticking in the UK, and we're going back to London for a band called The Orchestra for Now Plan 75. And I'm not sure if this band like really considers themselves a post-punk band inherently, um, but they definitely have a post-punk angle to their music. And I really this is only 4 tracks, but they're all over 4 minutes. One's over 5 minutes, and one's over 8 minutes. I think the last track, Wake Robin, is like a fan favorite, but I'm gonna opt to play the second track called Skins, only because it's more of a reasonable length for the stream here. So yeah, like this, they're definitely more of a rock vibe, but still with a post punk angle. But yeah, this is Skins. Oh, and it's called Plan 75. This is the Orchestra for Now, Plan set off their new EP Plan 75. Skins.
What's with all the noise, faded face paint, water boys, watching trophies of old youth team days rust away. We'll take your brother's car, drive it out to sea. A crisis like a change when no one else can see. You said the second half of Soho suits me well. Can you tell I've never seen Skins? I've been sunken like a bloody fool. Oh, it was very nice approaching paradise. I've been sunken like a bloody fool. Oh, scented candlelight, real gangsters paradise. What's with all the boys wrapped in armor top the hill? Ash your hands, bite your tongue. It's a shame we all drown today.
Yeah, that's such a cool song, man. This EP is so fucking good. Like all four tracks are like really solid. That's like an absolute banger. It kind of, in a slight sense, reminds me of like some aspects of Squid, and but like I said, I don't think this band like inherently considers themselves a post punk band, but I would say that they like, they definitely have post punk aspects going for them. But yeah, really cool track. Out of London, UK, the Orchestra for Now in brackets, off of their new EP Plan 75. That was Skins. Moving on to number 7, we're going to America, to Hattiesburg, Mississippi. And if you're familiar with who's from there, it's MS Paint, a band that kind of popped off over the last couple years, and they released a EP this year called No Separation. Excuse me, 6 tracks, all really good. Um, but I'm going to play you the introductory track, which is called Drift. Uh, MS Paint from Hattiesburg, Mississippi, off of their new EP, No Separation.
We were never free, just cost effective. Paid in dirt, bound to debt, cut free. Drifting for life, fresh off your pain. Has receded, you knew it, but you just had to see it. Bodies in streets, exposed to the heat. You see it, and you're scared to repeat it. Bodies in streets, and you want to ID them. How could we ever ID them? You would never fall so far, but it's not so far off. You would never fall so far, but it's not so far off. You would never fall so far, but it's not so far off. You would never fall so far, but it's not so far off, not so far off. There's no escape. Time can never be replaced. I wish I could live long enough to see it start to cave in. Releasing from the cages. Any doubt in our minds, there's no escape. Time can never be replaced. I wish I could live long enough to see it start to cave in. Releasing from the cages. Any doubt in our mind, we were ever free. We were never free. We were never free.
Oh, that deep synth goes fucking hard, man. Like, obviously they got that kind of like hip hop style, which I think is kind of like a big reason of why they kind of like popped off a little bit, because that's kind of mixing hip hop with the post punk sound and like the synth. Uh, it's a really cool combination. It's a really cool combination, and a little different than like what a lot of most other people are doing in the post punk realm there. But that's the beauty of post punk, because you can mix it with all sorts of things, noise rock. Uh, you know, there's like there's been a few bands that were mixing post punk with ska that I featured in my ska list. Gringo's Paradise being one. The Galaxy Has Eyes being another one. The Galaxy Has Eyes is kind of like female fronted Idols but ska, and Gringo's Paradise is kind of like new wave and ska. Um, yeah, so you know what I mean. That's the beauty of like the modern age in music. You get all this mixtures of subgenres, and people are creating like really cool new sounds and via these different mixtures of different subgenres, and that's what I like. That's what, like, kind of like speaks to me when these bands are coming out with these different original mixtures. MS Paint being one of those. But yeah, number 7 on our list, No Separation from MS Paint out of Hattiesburg, Mississippi. That was the song no sorry Drift. And we're gonna stick in America for number 6, and we're going to Cincinnati, Ohio, for the band Touchdown Jesus. I'm not sure if there's a Touchdown Jesus in Cincinnati. I know there's one at Notre Dame, and my favorite one is in New Orleans in St. Anthony's Gardens behind the St. Louis Cathedral. I love New Orleans, and I always called that Jesus that's back there Touchdown Jesus, because he's like this, right? So it's like he's calling a field goal. Or touchdown, yeah, field goal, touchdown. I guess it's the same referee symbol. But anyways, they have a new EP out called "It's All Feast or Famine," and there is 5 tracks. The last track is like 7 minutes, so it's a decently it's an EP with a decent length there. And I'm gonna open it up by playing you the introductory track, "I Love My Wife."
Whatever you like, or we can talk about whatever you want about the air outside.
I feel like that band's underrated, bro. That song is so fucking good, dude. I just love that style of like post punk. Like those are like the I don't even know how to describe that style, to be perfectly honest. But like it's almost kind of like it's got a circusy. The intro definitely had a circus vibe, but I for some reason I just like love that like circus vibe music. Like even in like Protest the Hero has it in progressive metal, and like Rules used it in hardcore. Touchdown Jesus is using it here. I just love this fucking style of post punk. Definitely some of the most not like some of the most fun. Gets you going, and it's like all of these bands are always amazing live. Like going to these shows like with music like that is like just such a fucking good time. And like what a beautiful ode to his wife, man. Like yeah, like the chorus is I love to go home because I love my wife. Like gee, what a lucky woman. That's all I got to say about that, man. But yeah, Touchdown Jesus, It's All Feast or Famine, number 6 on our list of the top 10 post-punk EPs of 2025. Moving on to number 5, we're going to Canada. I'm from Canada, pretty close to me, about an hour away from me, in Toronto, Ontario. We have the band Smug LLC, and it's just a one-man project, as far as I know. This dude and this dude right here, or this dude right here, and 6 tracks, super catchy, super fucking catchy. Yeah, and to think that he did this all himself is like really impressive. Like it always really impresses me, like when artists just like create banger albums, playing all the instruments themselves and compiling everything. And it's mind blowing to me. And the only thing that disappoints me is just like, how is this guy ever going to play shows, man? Because I would love to see this shit live, but like, how are you ever going to play a show if you're playing every instrument? Hopefully he gets a band together, because I would love to. I live in St. Catharines, Ontario. I'd love for him to come to St. Catharines, and so I could catch him live. But yeah, Smug LLC. The new EP is New Exciting Doom, and I'm going to play you the what I believe was the first single off it, which is called Little Gusts. It's also the introductory track on the album. Yeah, so fucking catchy. This whole all 5 tracks on this album are catchy as hell, bro. Um, yeah, super stoked to have such good post punk coming out of an area near me. Because we got lots of like punk bands and hardcore bands, and I love to see the post punk scene in the area thriving as well. That's amazing. But yeah, Smug LLC off of his new EP, New Exciting Doom. That was the song Little Gusts, and that was the first single off the album. Yeah, number 5 on our list. Moving on to number 4, we're bringing you a brand spanking new band, Intermission, out of San Diego, California. Uh, this one's a little bit heavier and it's a little bit like more noise rock oriented. Um, the production quality is not as certainly not as polished, but I think it gives it that raw sound, and I think the it that rawness kind of benefits them, and like also kind of like is a reflection of like them as a band, right? Like their style as a band. But yeah, the new EP is called Power Corrupts, and I'm going to play you the song Ball and Chain. Yeah, you can hear like the rawness and like the lower production quality, but like man, such a another catchy as hell album, man. And that one's got 7 tracks on it, and like they're all bangers. Every track is a banger. I kind of like rank them based on not necessarily how good the best songs are, but how it is as a release, um, as a whole, right? So like on an album, you might like a song by one band better than the song that I feature, better than a song than another band that I have higher on the list, but that doesn't mean that the whole album like holistically is better than the other album, right? So I kind of rank them based on that, just to let you know if you're wondering. And yeah, but a cool album. Super stoked for this new band and to see where they take things in the future. But that's Intermission from San Diego, California, their new EP and their debut EP, Power Corrupts. Really cool stuff. Next, we're going back to the UK, and we're going even more in the noise direction with this one. Shit, this one's a. I don't know why they do that, man. Really big, really big image. Okay, so this is the band Knives. You might have guessed if you were familiar with their previous releases, because they always like feature this dude's teeth. And but anyways, year or two ago, let me check when this last was released. Was this last year or the year before? Oh, they released. This was released this year. I would have swore that this album was released last year. But they released a full-length album called Glitter, and this EP is called Re-Glitter 1. And as far as I can tell, it's basically a single. It's like a kind of like EP based on the single, the opening track off the album Glitter, which is called The Dagger. Dagger's also on this, but it also features 3 other tracks, and this goes hard as fuck. This EP is incredible, and if these are B-sides, man, like just wait till you hear what's in store for the full-length album, right? So I'm gonna play you the second track on the album, which is called God, I forgot to put it up here. Which is called Sugar. Okay, and yeah, they're from Bristol, UK, by the way. But yeah, this is, if you like a little noise with your post-punk, then this is definitely a band for you. And I do. I'm a little partial for the noise-leaning post-punk stuff, and if it's so noise-leaning, I do a list for noise, and I kind of like put noise, rock, and sludge together. And just because, they're not entirely similar, but there is a little bit of crossover there. So I kind of lump them all together. And but if I feel like it's more post-punk leaning, then I kind of throw it on this side of the fence, right? But yeah, Knives, Re-Glitter 1. From what I can take it, an EP with B-sides and a single release for the song Dagger off of their full-length album, which is called Glitter. And yeah, so here is Sugar.
Ever seen a runner a lot?
They come around and looking at a barcode. I got no breakfast. I told them the code didn't lie and to look where the devil hid it. That. Rapture. Now we're together with a black metal thighs. So when you see it on the ground, just know I gave him 1 to the head and 2 to the chest.
tell me that doesn't go hard as fuck. And if you like that, just go check out the full length album because, man, this band fucking rules. They released an EP last year too, and I featured it as well. And like, I mean, this band is out there fucking killing it, man. They go. I mean, I feel like the last couple Idols albums weren't even that good. Like the last Idols album, I didn't love that much, and like. The Idols released like some sort of they did some sort of soundtrack. I forget what movie it was for, but they did the music for a soundtrack. And it's good, but it's not like it doesn't like hit like those first few albums did. And man, Knives is filling the void where the Idols have left behind, and like in their wake, right? They're surfing up in their wake and absolutely killing it. But yeah, the Knives. This is off. That was off of Reglitter 1, which is the EP single for the Dagger, which is the opening track for their full length album, which is called Glitter. So yeah, definitely go check out Glitter and this EP if you get a chance there. Such a good fucking song, dude. I think that's a B-side. Is insane. Anyways, we're moving on. That's number 3 on our list of top 10 post-punk EPs of 2025. Number 2, another brand spanking new band out of Los Angeles, California. This is Molly Horses, and the EP's called Clang Clang. And I'm loving these new bands that are coming up, man. Like these new post-punk bands are absolutely like just like right off the bat, they're coming up and setting the bar so fucking high. So hopefully they can live up to it because, you know what I mean? Now for their next release, you got expectations now, right? Because they put out they're putting out like such a high quality like album, right? So going forward, it puts your expectations really high. So I hope these bands can live up to them. But yeah, Molly Horses put out this like super political, like anti-capitalist. I guess it's like a commentary on modern society, and I believe it's 6 tracks. Is it 6 tracks or 7 tracks? It is 6 tracks, and I'm gonna play you the opening track called Baba, and let the music speak for itself.
Like a bulldog sleeping in the
Yeah, they kind of got that Black Midi vibe going for them, and I love like if you got like any aspect that brings a little bit of jazzy chaos to the mix, like that like that's what speaks to me, man. The sax on there is absolutely fucking wild, and kind of fulfills that in this release. But yeah, Molly Horses. Brand spanking new band out of Los Angeles, California. Clang Clang. Definitely go check out the full release because every track on there is bangers. And, it would be the best one if it wasn't for the comeback 20 years in the making of course, a band that you might consider a noise rock band, but I consider a post-punk band. Black Eyes and the new EP Hostile Design. It's been 20 years since their last release, and they're bringing that fucking noisy chaos back to us. Everybody thought they were dead, and here they are, reincarnated with an absolutely incredible album. This album is so fucking good. If it was a full-length album, I would consider it, even with it lacking, significant number of tracks, it's still up there in my opinion as one of the albums of the year. Black Eyes Hostile Design. This shit is fucking wild, and I'm going to play you the song. I'm just gonna play you the open song, Break a Leg, and I'll probably play a second song after that, but we'll come back and talk to it. Black Eyes Hostile Design from Washington D.C. 20 years after their last release. If you haven't heard it, I kind of envy you because this is gonna be your first time hearing how fucking hard these guys go. This is Break a Leg.
Caught slipping, yes, so was I. We're alone amongst friends here, away from burning pine eyes. Can't see much. I might be blind. Put your hand under the table. Sure is working overtime. You see it quite well in my mind. I've been looking over my shoulder for the longest time. Since we met, I can't stop crying. The infection keeps on spreading no matter what I try. From cement to floor, and yeah, it's still quite cold. You still pop your zits like you're not getting old. And you bleach your teeth, and you leach the soil. Under dirt and rocks, there's nowhere left to go. Not gonna lie, second guess and triple check your softest dreams each night. It's not a crime. Every regulation speaks to an immaculate design. Feel so blind, these things that take their toll. These things that tax the earth, these things that loose and roll. Who needs the letter of the law? We've already dug a hole. Don't look back in anger, it'll make your blood boil. Not gonna lie, fake it till you make it. You're so faking it's just fine. From time to time, I find myself regretting every moment of this life. I'm cooling in your soul. Well, baby, who would know? You're just whistling in the dark until you find your way home. Public seating is on my mind. Brutalizing architecture, hostile design, forced disalignment of the sacrovertebrae, enforced confinement. If you've got nowhere to stay, it's a fine. Your presence was a crime. The interest due on time, based on the length of your stay, an injunction for the dislocation of your spine, extreme unction. If you're unable to pay.
just gonna briefly pause and let it go into the next track, which is called Burn. But as you can see, like, this is the perfect combination of noise and post punk. It's this is a wild ride. This album is a wild fucking ride, and I'm here for every moment of it. But yeah, I'm gonna let it keep play. Burns is a 6-minute track too, so there's a lot more where this came from. And that's only a mild taste of what this album has in store, man. I bet after hearing Break a Leg, you did not anticipate that it was going to take a turn down a side street of brass band dub with hip hop vocals and noise rock screaming, man. Like, dude, just when you think you figured it out, they take you in a whole new direction, and that's why this album is such a journey and a fucking wild ride, and why it's so fucking good. Definite album of the year contender, in my opinion. Everybody's got different tastes, but up there with the New Eves, Maruja, Lambrini Girls, Ghoulies, as some of one of the best post-punk albums of the year, and there's been some damn fucking good ones, let me tell you. But yeah, number one on our list. Their first release was in 2003. They started as a band in 2001. Their last release was 2004. So it's been 21 years, over 20 years since their last release. Black Eyes, Hostile Design from Washington, D.C. So glad you're back. But that rounds out our list of the top 10 post-punk EPs of 2025. I'm going to recap for you. Number 10, we had jazzy, spoken word, post-punk. Their EP is called Belly Up. They're from London, UK. Number 9, of course, the New Eves with their side release, Red Brick Whale Station from Brighton Hove, UK. If you have not checked out their full-length release, the New Eve Rising, please go do that because it will blow your fucking mind. One of the albums of the year for sure. Number 8, the Orchestra, For Now, Plan 75 from London, UK. A little bit of folk violins and stuff in there, and but I'm not even, like I said, I don't even know if they consider themselves a post-punk band, but they definitely have a post-punk angle going for them. Number 7, the deep synth hip-hop of MS Paint on their new EP, No Separation, out of Hattiesburg, Mississippi. Number 6, Touchdown Jesus, It's All Feast or Famine. That kind of like jumpy post-punk, I don't even know how to describe it to people. Like, I'm not even sure my vocabulary is like, good enough, or like I can't like recall the exact words that I want to say of how to describe what that style of post-punk sounds like, but I love it. It's All Feast or Famine out of Cincinnati. Touchdown Jesus, It's All Feast or Famine out of Cincinnati, Ohio. Number 5, Smug LLC, New Exciting Doom out of Toronto, Ontario. A little bit more poppy, but very catchy stuff. And that's a one-man operation. Smug LLC does it all himself, which is super cool. One of two brand new bands, Intermission at number 4, Power Corrupts out of San Diego, California. Number 3, Knives, their EP single for the first track on their new album, Glitter. The first track's called The Dagger. This is kind of a single release with some B-sides or extra tracks that they had left over after formulating Glitter together, and this is called Re-Glitter 1, and they're from Bristol, UK. Number 2, Molly Horse's Clang Clang from Los Angeles, California. Another one of the other brand new bands. Super cool, setting the bar really high for future releases. And of course, number 1, what we just listened to, with Break a Leg and Burn there, Black Eyes, Hostile Design. Thank you for tuning in again for another list. And I will be back maybe later. I have to work tomorrow, so I'll either be back after work tomorrow, but I might be back tonight if I can get the list fully completed. I have a bunch of more stuff to go over and give a re-listen to before I finish my post-punk full albums list, and there'll probably be 25 in that albums featured on that list. So the stream will be around 2.5 or plus hours, if you're willing to sit through it. If not, you can always check out the VODs. The VODs stay on Twitch for a week or two, but I have the problem on Twitch where they automatically flag for copyright claims, and I have to go ask the bands for permission to use the track. They always almost, if they ever, the problem is they don't always see the message, especially if they're bigger bands. But most of the bands that do see the message, I've never had anybody decline me. They always say, yeah, it's cool. So, but I don't want to say that I have permission if I don't. So they sometimes get muted on the VODs. Sometimes get partially muted on Twitch. So if you have that issue, go over to YouTube. My YouTube is the Arbiter of Cool, and you can check out all my VODs from these streams on there. Or if you just want to see the list, you can check out my Instagram, also at the Arbiter of Cool, and I just post the list there, so you can just look at the list and look at the album covers and go check out the albums on your own. But thank you for tuning in again. I'll be back later tonight or tomorrow with the top 25 post-punk full albums and from 2025, of course. And yeah, thank you for tuning in again. I'll see you on the next one.